You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 543, starting another Candlekeep mystery. Recorded April 2025, posted March 2026. Frtlbrtl.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, Dungeon Master. I use he, him pronouns. And today we're doing one of my favorite things on Total Party Kill. We are starting a new adventure. That's right, we will be playing the Canopic Being from the Candlekeep Mysteries collection. That's right, this is another adventure that will start off. Will it take place? No, who knows? But at least it will start off at the legendary Candlekeep Library, the most famous library in the Dungeons & Dragons fantasy known world that is fictional and made up. Allow me to introduce our players, and they'll probably introduce their character name and class, and then we'll get started with the adventure. First up, it's Micah Sargent.
Whoa, I'm first. Hi, hello. As Tony said, I'm Micah Sargent, he, him. My character is Ashguri Lone Walker Mako Tatahani, more familiarly known as Lone Walker, a Goliath paladin. He also uses he, him pronouns.
Mm-hmm. Would you describe what he looks like, since this is the beginning of a new... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So Lone Walker is a very tall individual, given that he is a Goliath. He wears a set of armor that is like a light gold color. It has kind of like stains of grass and things because he is a bit of an adventurer and is a lone walker. He has a light purplish blue skin and beautiful braided dark purple hair. And he carries around a big old war hammer and a few little light hammers as well.
So many hammers.
So many hammers as he is wont to have. And then lastly, I guess I'd say he has some tattoos on his face, being of the Goliath race. They were added to him when he was but a youth. And that's Lone Walker.
Thank you, Micah. Next up, it's Erica Ensign. Welcome back, Erica.
Hello, I am back. I am bringing back a character you might remember if you listen to the White Sparrow adventures. I am playing Reed Quarrel Kilgareth. Yes, it's a Doctor Who reference. You can look it up if you're interested. Reed Quarrel Kilgareth and I both use she, her pronouns. She is very tall for a human, though she is human. She's 6'6", and you can't really see what she looks like because she's just this tall, skinny figure wearing a black cloak with a hood that hangs down so far, like you barely can see her face. It's the cloak is clasped with the symbol of the god Kelemvor, who I will point out is the comforting god of death. Yes, the comforting god of death.
There's a bunch of not so bad gods. Gods of death get a bad name.
Yeah.
Some of them do. Kelemvor is certainly the main one. So it's like scales of justice, but it's a skeletal hand that's holding up the
it's the gods of undeath you got to watch out for, people.
Yes.
They're
so that's the clasp on the cloak, which is kind of the only feature of this cloak because it's just all black. And she carries a great big, at first glance, like you might think it's a glaive, but when you look at it, you realize, no, it's a little bit more curved. It actually looks a lot like a scythe. Just saying.
Am I allowed to accidentally call it a scythe, or should I always call it a glaive?
Yeah, please call it a scythe. I'm going to be using rules for the glaive, but because there's no scythes as a weapon. But yeah, it's a scythe.
Rules for the glaive.
It does have that vibe.
Also joining us, brand new to Total Party Kill. It's been a while since we had a new player join us, a new-ish to Dungeons & Dragons. It's Sarah Bickerton. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Bickerton. I'm relatively new. I haven't played online Dungeons & Dragons before. I've done D&D a bit. I do remember playing like the nascent D&D in like the early 80s.
Back when it was satanic, yeah.
Yeah, when it was properly satanic. And we had to draw our own little, on math paper, like the little dungeons that we were in and that kind of stuff. So I actually enjoyed drawing the dungeons more than playing the game, but that probably says a lot about me. Anyway, I use she, her pronouns. It is 7:00, just past 7:00 in the morning here in New Zealand, so I am appropriately caffeinated. I've had 2 double espressos and moved on to energy drinks. My character is Frtlbrtl. She also uses she/her pronouns. She is a half-orc barbarian. She is, I feel like we have a really tall band happening because she's like 6'9". With like tall folks. She, but of course, for being an orc, a half orc, she is short for an orc. She's half her head is shaved, which bears no resemblance to me whatsoever. I don't know what you're talking about. She's you'll discover she's a bit of a misanthrope. It's like given her last name, it gives you an idea of what her background is. She's clad in plate mail. Chainmail. She has a great axe on her back. And then a pair of hand axes on her sides, and is kind of perpetually scowling, but that's her thing. So,
and joining this, starts out looking kind of like possibly some kind of odd basketball team. We have Jason Snell. Tell us about your character.
Hi, I am bringing back Nis, who is a character created as a reference to an NPC in one episode of TPK from way back when. But she's been in a bunch of stuff. She is a lizard folk sorcerer. So I am told by the internet that a lizard folk is also tall, that she's probably about 6 feet tall.
I did not imagine that. I apologize. I've been imagining you at 5 feet this whole time.
No, that's true. She's taller, but here's why, Tony, though, because you might be counting her tail, which is an extra 2 or 3 feet, but not in height. It just it goes down there where the tail is. But anyway, she's wearing she's a sorcerer, so she's wearing a purple sorcery robe, and she's got her green scaled lizard type person stuff, and she is the She is an agent of and co-founder of a sorcery school. So she is not only an adept sorcerer, but it's the lizard folk came into possession through. You can look it up in that old episode of TPK, a skull-shaped building that she's turned into a really awesome sorcery school.
To be accredited sorcery school.
I think at this point it is getting very close to being accredited by the NCAA, which is the normal championing of
Arcanus?
Awesome Arcanity.
Okay.
Yes. So that's good news for whatever, LSU, Lizard Folk Sorcery University. Great news for that. Anyway, her name is Nis. Her brother is Biz. That was why she's called Nis. And Nis and Lone Walker kind of don't get along, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, always interesting when people RSVP things for things, and it's like, don't your characters hate each other? Anyway,
but that's the role play. That's the beauty of role playing, Tony.
Everybody loves to role play as people who don't get along. Last but certainly not least, new-ish to Total Party Kill, possibly new, and depending on what order episodes are released, but not new in terms of recording order. It's Brian Guffey. Welcome, Brian. You are new to my adventures, at least.
I am new to your adventures. I am excited to be here. My name is Brian Guffey. I forgot exactly what was happening for a moment there. That was really fun. My name is Brian Guffey, and my pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Malleus Starsinger, whose pronouns are also they, them, because why would you try to keep the rest of the stuff together in your head? Malleus is a gender-fluid Eladrin bard, and they're born in
Say no more.
Exactly.
Keep saying.
Yeah, keep going. No,
go ahead. I got a picture
is,
already, though. This is great.
Eladrin is College of Lore bard, and they were born during the autumn phase of the Feywild's eternal cycle in the shimmering court of Tiandra, the Summer Queen. They are a noble. Their parents were cultural emissaries between the Feywild courts. They found themselves drawn to the celestial patterns and would spend hours with their fiddle, harp, or songhorn, playing melodies that seemed to capture the very essence of starlight, which is how they earned the surname Star Singer. They were not content to remain within the borders of the Feywild. They felt called to explore the material plane and its countless cultures and stories. They joined the College of Lore, excelled in their studies of Arcana, and they are generally very peaceful and scholarly, but they do not hesitate to use their considerable magic abilities when threatened, particularly against those who would harm innocence or damage the delicate balance between worlds. They have a little bit of what we would call seasonal affective disorder, as most of the elves of the Feywild do. So if it's not their season, they get a little grumpy. And they often come off as a bit aloof until you get to know them, and then they're quite a friend.
God, this party has no charisma.
I'll have you know,
not true.
That's not true.
Star Singer Melis has a +7 charisma.
Holy
Yeah.
moly, okay.
Yeah, this is a
little bit of
+5.
dork.
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah.
are sorcerer.
Sorry, +2 charisma. I lied. I was looking at the bonus for the checks.
There's
This is
a
deeply
variety
charismatic.
of types of charisma, Erica. You need to remember that, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, certain people might have a magnetism that, we as players don't
True.
appreciate as
But I have a
just-
very important question, though. How tall?
Yeah, how tall?
Oh, 6'3".
Wow,
We
okay.
have the basketball team. Seriously.
Yeah, there was like a
We're-
you must be this tall.
We're in trouble.
Must be this tall
You
to
pass
ride.
the ball to Nis. She hits it into the basket with her tail, and the
I
ref
was
is
like-
like, "There's no rule against it." So
This
Yeah, I
adventure will take place entirely in small, very cramped tunnels.
No.
Now, Brian, we're about to start at a specific location in Candlekeep. But Candlekeep, for those who don't remember, it's this huge, sprawling library kind of city. It's like a city that is a library. It does have a tavern. It has a tavern called the Hearth. And, it's possible that some of the other characters might even recognize Melius from their performance last night. Is that true?
It is true. Some might particularly recognize the song that Melius performed last night.
ooh, it's a banger.
I know, right?
Twilight lingers where the veil grows thin. Stars above,
What a beautiful voice.
below, within. Echoes
All right.
dance through amber leaves as worlds touch where none perceive. Between the words we speak, between the worlds we
So
see.
this is
All right.
setting a new bar for introducing your character. But that was last night. That was in the Hearth, in the tavern, in Candlekeep, where people are, or especially adventurers, are wont to hang out during their time in Candlekeep. And people come to Candlekeep Library for all manner of things, mainly books. But you might be, whether you are here in Candlekeep on personal business, or maybe you were escorting someone else or delivering something, and you have not necessarily met or adventured with any of these other characters before, but you find yourself today. You have all been called into the inner sanctum of Candlekeep, into the administrative offices, and are specifically find yourself in a kind of strange scene here. You're in the very ornate offices of the first reader of Candlekeep. The first reader is a very high-ranking librarian among the avowed, the monk-like librarians that maintain Candlekeep Library, and it is very unusual for people to be basically brought into the back offices, the administrative offices of Candlekeep. And so you're in this very ornate library-like office. There are 5 kind of mismatched chairs that have been placed in front of the desk of the first reader, suggesting that it is not normal that they have meetings here. And the first reader herself is kind of pacing back and forth behind her desk. She is a dragonborn, a humanoid with very draconic features. She has these kind of bronze scales, and she is draped in the purple robes that the avowed, the librarians of Candlekeep, are where to identify themselves.
She looks fabulous.
Yeah. She looks worried, and now that the five of you are assembled, she kind of turns and addresses you and says, I'm Bookworm. I am the first reader of Candlekeep, and I need you to understand that this is highly unusual. I rarely meet with the patrons of Candlekeep, but fate seems to have brought us together. One of the avowed has gone missing, a junior acolyte, and well, I think that you are important in possibly finding and returning this member of our order to Candlekeep and to safety. She pauses in case you want to say something.
Tell us more. We're interested.
We have certainly been very involved in things that happen in this library. May I ask what led to you calling upon us? Is this a choice you made, or were you told that this group would be of service?
Yeah. I'm new here.
Why?
Why?
An
Why
excellent
me?
question. The avowed in question is Maestan Sadar. It's my nephew, and
nepotism.
I have called upon you in particular because your names were listed in a book that young Maestan was studying, and she opens a drawer and plonks out a huge, heavy book on the desk in front of you. And this is a very strange-looking book. And, Candlekeep, full of books, lots of books that are magic, lots of books that pull people into other realms or teleport them across the world. But even by that, this is a weird-looking book because this is a book that is basically bound in crystal. It's got kind of silvery, translucent, like flat crystals binding it, and then worked into some of those crystals there are kind of green gemstones that look very eye-like. You can kind of see the title page through the crystal cover that this book is titled The Canopic Being. And Bookworm, the first reader, opens the book and kind of, with her little clawed hand, flips all the way to the end. And
Oh, great. A book.
Books.
Yeah.
I
The last
love
page.
books.
Oh, God, of course you do.
Toward the very end of the book, there's a list. And the list has a title on it. It says, "Those who have been bestowed, the willing sacrifices." Jason Snell, would you give us a dramatic reading of the list?
Sure. Zemru Thal, Alessia Basir, Okuzor, Zaren Zeradius, Maestan Sadar, Ashguri, Lone Walker Mako Tatahani, Nis, Vroga Tribesbane, Milius Starsinger, Reed Quarrel Kilgareth.
So you are here because your names are in this book, next to my nephew, of course, and I'm hoping you could explain what's going on.
I have never
Well-
seen this book before. I only arrived yesterday, bringing the library a beautiful bound volume of the etchings that I have done in many gravestones across the land as my entrance book fee. I'm very confused as to why my name is listed in a book in a place that I just got to.
Tony, do we recognize any of these other names?
Yeah.
Well, you do recognize the name Maestan Sadar as the aforementioned Dragonborn
nephew.
Avowed that is missing.
The
As well
nepotism.
as our own names.
Yes.
Yeah, you recognize your own
What?
names
Thank
and
you.
the names of the people around
Amazing.
you. I don't think you recognize any of the other names. You could probably just from context clues in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, the name Okazor being a name by itself is a very tiefling kind of thing to do. But that's about
I
it.
might recognize that I have a pretty good intelligence plus history. Can I roll a history check?
Yeah, roll a history check and see if you know any of these names. First roll of the adventure.
An 18.
You think you may have heard the name Zemru Athal before. The other ones do not look familiar.
Got it. Zemru Athal. I think I know that name.
Zemru Thal, I do not know him personally, but he is the one who donated the book to the library.
I wonder what canopic means.
Would you like to Melius, would you like to take a minute or two and flip through the book?
Yes, I would love to.
All right.
Are you sure?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nis would like to do an Arcana check and see if the book
itself is
seems
magic.
sketchy in some
Yeah,
way.
that's a good idea.
Have any of us heard of this book?
No, I don't think so.
15.
Nothing about the physical properties of the book seems dangerously magical. You think that the weird eye-like gemstones are just, for example, a minor illusion for aesthetic effects. Okay. And that the book is unlikely to eat your hands. So.
All right. This is like, all right, Melius.
I have a bit
clear.
of an obsession with knowledge. So,
well, you're in the right place because you're at Candlekeep Library.
Yes.
Maybe you could be a guest speaker at Lizardfolk Sorcery University sometime. We'll talk later.
Sure, absolutely.
There is
Do some
no,
gigs.
no honorarium for that position. We need to be clear.
I'm a
It's
noble.
very
I don't
successful,
need
Tony.
money. I don't need money.
Must be nice.
Broga is wandering off to the side and
Yeah.
pulling up a chair and kind of like just huffing and sitting down and
Books are so
casting
boring.
a leg over the arm, just like
I imagine you were just like passing by, and Candlekeep Library was like a convenient place to stop
Yeah,
on your next
yeah.
location, and you were just at the hearth on like just inside the door, the gates of Candlekeep, and you're like, I did not want to go into the library part of Candlekeep. I am not here of my own
yes,
choosing.
like books. I don't trust
yeah.
them.
Yeah, you're learning a powerful lesson about going near a library. Don't. So, Melius, flipping through the book seems to be it's hard to read at parts because it's some places the paper is very old and the handwriting is faded, but it seems to describe various rituals related to the creation of an undead mummy lord. Yeah.
Recoil sits up straight as a rod if you say that out loud.
Yeah, and specifically, it has all of this kind of information about a unique and horrifying process. Traditionally, in making a mummy, you would put the organs of the mummy in canopic jars where they'd be stored. And this ritual proposes a novel solution of where do you keep your where would a mummy keep their organs, which is that specifically they can have their organs preserved and transplanted into living humanoids who would then be under the control of the mummy lord, basically as thralls.
Interesting.
I immediately ask,
Wow.
does it say anything about an ability to remove those organs and allow the people to live, or would those poor souls just need to be destroyed for everyone's good?
It is suggested here that it would require a key component of undoing that ritual would predicate the mummy lord being destroyed. Read Quarrel.
I would like to destroy this mummy lord. If this book happens to be nonfiction, where do I go to do that? I would like to do that right now, please.
There is also a kind of, I think as you're flipping through the book, you notice there's like a...
I'm looking over your shoulder at this point, Milius.
I understand. I just understood.
An envelope.
I moved the book
out
over
of
a
the
bit
book.
so you can see it either better.
Yeah, as you do that, an envelope falls out of the book. It looks like it was like tucked into between some of the front pages.
I grab it. If Melius doesn't reach for it immediately, I will grab it.
I tried to, but you get it first.
Yeah. There's like a little kind of yellowy envelope. It's marked with like a kind of eye-like symbol on it, and I'm assuming you open it up, Reed Coral, because otherwise,
Yes, I
just
feel
gonna
like
carry
I
that
wouldn't,
around forever.
Wouldn't hesitate.
And Erica, would you like to read this note? I'm going to paste the text of it into chat.
When we began this journey, only the oracle of the all-seeing orb, the great Valen Samster,
I think it's Sarnaster.
had an inkling where it might lead. It is my honor to have been selected as the first donor and recipient. By giving Valen a piece of myself and receiving a piece of her in return, I can help the fate of the world unfold as she has foreseen. It is my honor to protect the oracle in her sanctuary, ensuring that only donors and recipients may visit her. I have no need of the right of reclamation, for I believe in the vision and perfection of Valen's Starmaster. For clarity's sake, I offer this record of the procedures performed on the donors and recipients whose fates and organs are now bound to the oracle. May she serve the all-seeing for centuries to come. In transparency, Zemruthal, High Priest of Savras, House of the All-Seeing Orb, Tashluta. I do not like this at all.
This is deeply concerning to me.
Creepy.
The
This is
undead
the
are an
worst.
abomination upon the earth. Kelemvor insists that I cast them all out. I request your help in doing this however we can.
And to spice things up, we've added several pro-undead people to the party. So we can hear both sides. No.
I was not planning to share this so early with all of you. But now reading this, it seems deeply important. During my travels, I discovered ancient texts suggesting a coming convergence of planes that threatens both the Feywild and material plane. This potential catastrophe has driven me to seek allies and knowledge that might prevent this disaster. It is why I came to Candlekeep to learn more and to meet those adventurers. I now wonder if it is possible that this Valen Sarnaster may be the architect of said catastrophe. We must prevent this.
I'm
I'm
up
all
for
for
being
it.
paid.
I look at Bookworm.
We, of course, could arrange for an appropriate honorarium if you are able to return or learn the fate of young acolyte Maya Sansadar.
I am sold.
Do you have any potential information where we might go? At times, we have been sucked into books. At times, we have been
I
led
know
to
that.
nearby adventures.
There's
At
quite a
times-
file on you, Lone Walker. We do know that Maya Stan arranged to be teleported, and I could arrange for you to follow in his footsteps if that is what you think is appropriate.
Yes, please.
It is interesting that you have not said where.
I was
It
wondering
is
the
interesting
same
that I do
thing.
not know where.
Oh, how can you arrange for us to be teleported to the same place if you do not know where?
Well, perhaps I got a bit ahead of myself. I would be happy to teleport you to wherever you think would be most helpful.
So what you're saying is you don't have much information at all.
I have a
You
spooky book
don't
with
know
your names in
Jack.
it.
This is what I'm saying about books.
Okay, so we need to figure out where
We were going.
I'm not.
Can we
okay,
just
hold
go
on,
in
actually,
the book?
Lone Walker.
Isn't that what you all do?
The book is just a book.
What?
I don't know.
Several of you at this
Luta?
point are jumping up and down on the book, waiting for the book to teleport you somewhere. And it's
I've
not
heard about
happening.
this. I wanted to go.
Yeah. We tried
Do we-
running into the book. We tried
Tony,
putting
do
the
we
book
know
on your
where
head.
Tash Luta is?
Give me some kind of history check there, Nis.
Not my best
I don't know why
subject.
it's history.
10.
It's current events. Also, it's not. No one has the current events skill in Dungeons.
I mean,
and
current
Dragons.
events are technically history because they did happen in the past. Unless it's happening right now, it's
This is the
history.
most aggressively
That's true.
Erica statement. Yeah. Everything is
And we
history.
love her for them.
Yeah. What'd you
I
get,
just got a
Jason?
10.
10. You know that's somewhere far to the east.
I
will
help.
also
No, I don't.
go.
Never mind. No, sorry,
All
I
right.
don't.
History.
Yeah, you
All
really
right, let's
don't want me
it.
doing a history check.
Yeah.
I
How do
mean,
we do this
try
time?
Luta, that sounds familiar.
Okay, 26.
okay,
All
I'm
right.
not bothering.
there we go.
Congratulations, you win Jeopardy. Brian, you know that Tashluta is the capital city of Talishar, a land far to the east. Up to you whether that is a place you have heard about or visited, but it is pretty far away as far as like the map of the world goes for any
At
of you.
290 something years
you've
old,
been around.
I have been many
And you remember
places.
them? Because I'm not really sure where I was last week. So-
Yeah, it's,
That's the thing.
shockingly,
Steel
as a
trap.
Fae, it is part of our great opportunity and curse to remember things so clearly.
Bookworm starts writing up a memo, basically the paperwork to file for a teleportation, or the instructions. There's an office in the administrative
Nice.
building where you would go to cash this in.
The balance of, well, magic and don't forget the paperwork.
Of course, Candlekeep Library.
Before we go, given that you have my record, you are probably prepared for me to ask, is there anything you are willing to provide to help us along the way in finding your family member?
Reed Quora looks over at Lone Walker and kind of makes a little nod and just says, practical. Like, you, I approve of.
Bookworm starts like looking around her office and she's realizing it's like just all books. And there's like no stacks of magical items to hand out or anything like that. And she kind of shrugs and is like, we can work it out later.
Information is also power. Is there anything we have failed to ask you that you feel might be of importance for us to know? It is not just items that we look for.
I recognize the name or the title in the in the note there that you found from the previous owner of the book. Savras is a deity, somewhat of some people consider this term disparaging, but a lesser deity of some people would say destiny and fate, but he's frequently worshipped by diviners and those who would seek to have knowledge of the future. And there is a temple to Savras. A good number of worshippers thereof in Tashluta. So perhaps that is where my nephew has gone.
Does that also mean that perhaps they will be aware that an adventuring group is on its way, given
That is kind
their
of their
ability to
thing.
see the future? All right.
And our names are
And our names are
already
in the
this
book. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Also true. All right.
All right. Bookworm hands you like a memo. It's got like a billing number on it, and it's got a lot of paperwork, and then like her elaborate signature on it. It's good for 5 transportations from the Office of Library Transit, which is apparently in the
Little
basement
punches.
of this
Just
administrative
to
building.
confirm, this is your billing number, not to our account, correct?
Correct. And in fact, this will be coming. I will be handling this personally. Technically, my nephew has not been missing long enough for this to count as official Candlekeep business. But you can, I think you can understand why I'm so concerned.
In that case, I've heard some really great things about the meatball subs at the Hearth. I would, if
yes,
you could
of course.
throw in a few vouchers for those, I would really appreciate it.
She unlocks another. It was the at one end, obviously, you have a desk, one drawer you keep the canopic being in, and one desk drawer you keep meatball sub vouchers in. That's what a desk is for. She unlocks the other drawer on the other side of the desk and hands you a stack of meatball sub vouchers.
Do they have
thank you.
freeze-dried meatball subs that we can reconstitute on our trip?
They
should
do,
work on
but
that.
I would not recommend it. They don't travel
know.
well.
Understood.
So before we head out,
Mm.
Nis, in her very best Draconic, says
Ooh.
to Bookworm, as you may or may not know, I am the assistant dean of a new educational institution, Lizardfold Sorcery University. And if we survive this and come back and are successful, it would really be good if you could provide some sort of endorsement or a friendly agreement between the university and Candlekeep in terms of establishing the legitimacy of my university.
In Draconic, Reed Quarrel says, a letter of support.
Yes. In Draconic.
And
Yes,
Bookworm replies in Draconic, it would be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Nis never missing a beat to get the
you guys are
university
really-
up and
I
running.
love
We
this.
scaled types got to stick
You guys,
together.
level
Just not
13
say.
adventures are working the hustle. So
I'm looking forward to the
the hustle.
eventual like slice of life adventure where we all are at LSU as professors.
mainly I am
Tony,
not, I guess,
make it happen.
the
Yes.
part of the country that I'm in doesn't provide for this, but I will think of Nis every time I see someone in LSU branded athletic clothing.
All right, next. I think we just figured out our next member special.
Purple.
Yeah.
It's the
Speaking as an academic, that academic hustle is very accurate in life.
And Sarah,
I
you
mean, a
would
college
love
in a building that's shaped like a skull. What could go
Yeah.
wrong?
Sarah, you would love to have some escapism that is closer to your daily
yes,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What I need is more academic
Nis,
life.
Nis is always hustling about Lizardfolk Sorcery University. She wants to improve a lot of her people, so that's why.
All right.
Anyway,
Is it
just to
safe
be
say
clear,
that you
it's
are,
not just for Lizardfolk. The Lizardfolk just establish it. It's for
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah.
Everybody can go.
Historically,
qualify and
lizard
pay.
folk, college or university. Yeah.
Hustling for international students. Yeah.
Is it safe to say that you're going to head to the basement?
Let's do it.
I mean, as soon
Yeah.
as we get our subs,
All right.
oh, yeah, that's right. Head to the sub shop.
Sub shop.
Yeah.
Meatball
You
subs.
get some subs.
The
you
hearth
eat some
first.
subs. You all
Yep.
get the benefit of a full night's rest, which you didn't need because you haven't done anything yet. And then back to the administrative building, down to the basement. There's, I imagine you have to go through like a lot of twisting corridors to get there, and you finally arrive at the Department of Library Transit. It's it's like one of those, like, it's got like a drop ceiling and horrible fluorescent lights that flicker way too much. It's
Is this a
kind of
Succession episode?
concrete floor, but with a kind of like swirling blue magic portal in the middle of it. And there is a gnome staffing the room. He's got like piles of paperwork around him, and then a big like IKEA bookshelf full of various magical ingredients that he might use.
We love
Hello
him.
there.
Hello.
who has the voucher for transportation? Who's carrying it?
No one
Nis-
picks it up. You have to go back and talk to
Oh,
the
no.
bookworm. It's really
And
awkward.
Nis
has it.
reaches and pulls out an extra sub voucher and goes, nope, that's not it. This one. And hands him the voucher.
Oh, very good. Bookworm herself. Wow. Second one of those this week.
What was the first one from?
Young Maya Stan Sidar was here just yesterday.
Do you know where he was going?
Let me check.
Mm.
And he flips through a giant binder, and he's like moving his little gnome finger down a long kind of spreadsheet, and he's just like, usually I track the destination here, but it's all smudged out.
Of course.
I'm not sure.
Books.
Can I peek over at the smudge and see if I can like make anything out?
Make out
Yeah,
all
do
letters.
Is that perception?
Do a smudge
Yeah.
reading check.
Yep. Little smudge reading.
8.
You
is a
think
smudge.
maybe it was like a stick figure?
I'm gonna say,
Wait,
let me see.
Are you sure we're
Smudge
not
2.
playing? Are you sure we're not playing 2024 D&D, because there is a de-smudge spell?
I got a 19 on insight into the smudge.
You can't use insight on the smudge.
I can. I'm thinking about what I would have smudged.
smudge.
It was so earnest. You have to give it to him.
I feel bad when I tell people
What
they
would
can't
I
do
do?
stuff,
I'm
but
not going to
also people
stealth
try.
the smudge. I'm not going to survival the smudge.
You can roll
Survival
perception on the
might
smudge.
actually-
I'll let you use your 19 as a perception check if you'd like. This is me being very generous.
Well, then it's a 14, but yes.
Oh,
okay.
14. Yeah, you don't think that there was a legible word there. Even
Oh,
I
it's
see,
like
I
a
see.
Frtlbrtl.
Well,
Yeah.
Kashluta
Like-
it
Oh, a
is then.
Frtlbrtl.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
know the
I'm
Frtlbrtl
not familiar
well.
with the technical typographic terms, but yes, Micah.
It's Frtlbrtl.
Frtlbrtl, yeah.
Yep.
Now, I must ask for safety reasons. Have any of you teleported before?
Yes.
Surely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you know that the most important thing, this is what we call a you get to chart your own course here. So before I activate the spell, the most important thing is that you concentrate really hard on where you're going. Otherwise, it might not work out great.
Hang on. We don't actually know where we're going.
House of the All-Seeing Orb, Kashluta, right?
I've been there. I've been there. So I do know where
Can
we're
you
going.
describe it for us so that we might better visualize it in our minds?
Can I describe it, Tony?
Yeah, you've been to Tashalar. It's a beautiful land. It's very warm there. They have all these like fancy cultivated gardens. I guess you could go specifically to the House of the All-Seeing Orb if you wanted.
Just outside the House of the All-Seeing
Yeah.
Orb. I have been past the House of the All-Seeing Orb, so I can see it now. We're going to, as long as they haven't changed the surrounding area, we should be.
You don't want to
should
accidentally materialize into a park bench or something.
Exactly, or like part of a tree. That would not be fun. We should be around the bend, so we materialize not immediately in the front of the House of the All-Seeing Orb, so we get a little bit of, privacy.
Like half a block
So-
away, and
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So just maybe all say it together as a couple practice rounds. Half a block away from the House of the All-Seeing Orb in Tashalar.
Half
a block away
from the House of the All-Seeing Orb in Tashalar.
Good luck! And he pulled a giant Frankenstein switch. You're all pulled into the swirling blue vortex and pulled across, probably not time, but certainly space. There's kind of a ringing in your ears. There's a metallic taste in your mouth. And you all come to in the bright, sunny land of Tashalar down the block from the House of the All-Seeing Orb. That was kind of a weird experience. Some of you maybe can't get over the fact that maybe, like, how do you know that your teeth are all in the right place after that? Like, maybe some of your
Down
teeth got
the
swapped
block.
around.
I feel like
In
I
the
saw a
House of the
police box
All-Seeing
go past me.
Orb.
It's so warm here. Oh, it's so
It's
much nicer
very
than Candlekeep.
Warm and sunny.
Now,
And we
the House of the All-Seeing
Don't
Orb
know what we're here for.
is the name of a temple. It's
It's
almost
writing
like
a new
a
song.
like a campus, but they have a huge kind of ivory building with lots of green eyes kind of set into it, and you see all of the various kind of monks of the All-Seeing Orb coming out, and they have this distinctive yellow robes that they wear everywhere.
Does this feel like a cult to anyone else?
Well, what's the difference between a cult and a religion? in the
religion you
world of
haven't met
Dungeons and
yet.
Dragons? Basically, it's like it's real estate. It's like, are you underground? You're a cult. Are you above ground? Totally fine.
They were
And,
dealing with mummies, so
a young monk, with a shaved head, runs up to you and says, you were foreseen. You were expected. Please follow me."
Of course.
So,
I guess
follow.
we go.
And
Yeah.
we
Do we
do.
go? Let's go.
I guess so.
Yes.
and you are brought into the House of the All-Seeing Orb, and into kind of one of the kind of a fancy entryway lobby. Past a bunch of, you see lots of like priests and monks like polishing and sweeping and just generally keeping things really nice. This place is very kind of immaculate, well kept. You're brought into like a big room with a bunch of kind of monks who are sitting there drinking tea, and the junior monk brings you over to a woman with green hair and an eye tattooed on her forehead. And she greets you and says, "Welcome. I am Head Priestess Shir Andelian. Your coming was foretold. Please have some tea."
I know.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm
As expected.
well. Yes, we're well sated. We just came through. Everybody's fine.
We just had
Yeah,
meatball subs. It was great.
Exactly.
Might I
They were
ask?
juicy.
When you say foretold, do you mean foretold because you saw it in a book, or foretold because your magics told you so?
I saw it in a vision this morning.
Can you tell us more of that vision?
It told me that 5 adventurers from Candlekeep would arrive here and meet with me, and some of us would have tea.
So not so much with the 4 on the told.
What about? Can you tell us of Valen Sarnaster?
Valen Sarnaster. She seems a little surprised that you would ask about him. He is one of our greatest scholars here at the House of the All-Seeing Orb.
Can you tell us more about her?
Well, she is communing with the spirits. She is in private study. I'll be honest. It has been some time. I've never actually met her myself. But she does have
that not strike
occasional...
you as odd?
No, many, in order to see more clearly into the futures that are to come, isolation and quiet is often necessary, and our greatest scholars often live reclusive lives for months, years, sometimes decades at a time. Valen does occasionally have visitors, including another visitor from Candlekeep just yesterday.
Yes, indeed.
Just yesterday. Yeah.
That was Mayastan Sadar.
Indeed.
And in fact,
a young dragonborn, very curious fellow.
This says to this person, well, I have had a vision about Valen Sarnaster, and she is up to no good.
Dun dun dun! I pull my fiddle out and play 3 notes.
I nod.
Yes.
I nod emphatically, and I look straight into this person's eyes, and I say, "I have a
Which
question
ones?
for you." The lady that we're talking to.
No, which eyes?
Face off.
Right, fair. I try to hit all of them at once.
Okay, it is clear one of them is non-functional tattoo.
Broad spectrum.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And I say, "How do you personally feel about the undead?" And I make an insight check as she answers.
The undead are a curse against the living, and they are discordant with the natural order of things.
I got a 15. Do I think that she's telling the truth?
Yeah.
Correct answer.
Okay.
It says.
Very well.
Good
I
job.
say, and
Quite
step
an
back.
accusation. Valen Sarnaster is one of our most esteemed monks in all the order.
But yet you haven't seen her in quite so long.
Again, she studies in seclusion. She takes few guests. I deal with her acolyte.
Has
we would
Zemru
like to meet her
Thal
acolyte.
has Zemru Thal come to visit her?
Yes, several months ago. They're still meeting. It is not
They're
unusual.
still meeting.
They're still meeting.
People travel from.
That is
you-
a
you are-
long meeting. Do they take potty breaks?
Well,
That was my next question.
They study and they meditate, and you are asking some very strange questions.
Who is her
and making some
acolyte?
very strange
Yep.
accusations. Her
No one has
acolytes-
accused anyone of anything. We're merely asking questions.
Okay,
We
I'm
had a
gonna-
vision.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll persuasion, and I'm going to try and calm everything down. Okay, so I'm going to say, and we're talking to Sheer and Delian, right?
You are. You're talking to Shirin Delian.
Okay, here Sheer and Delian. Let me tell you, we simply wish. Oh goodness, to understand what has been going on with Valen Sarnaster and the good young gentleman who visited yesterday. His uncle is a bit concerned. He wants to simply check in. We're just doing the good deed of friendship and kindness. And we are also very interested in making a wonderful donation to the House of the All-Seeing Orb for the support of your works. I personally am.
And she, unfortunately, is somewhat taken aback by the suggestion of a donation. We have all taken a vow of chastity and of poverty, and we have no need of donations from strange outsiders. But I will take
building,
you.
who keeps it up? How do you do that?
I will take you to Valen Sarnaster, and everything will be cleared up. And such strange people. This is not how this encounter was
not how the
foretold.
Vision went.
But you will meet
We're
Alessia
surprising like that.
Not so much with the all-seeing orb.
Well, the future is written in pencil, not ink, friend. But Alessia is Valen's assistant. You will meet with her when you enter her domain, and I'm sure this can all be cleared up.
Have you seen the coming clash between the Feywild and the human plane and the material plane?
Yes, it is one of several possibilities. Of course, I'm familiar with it.
Understood. Keep an eye on things. One of your many. Never mind.
Sheer seems kind of offended by all of you, and so she assigns a junior monk to take you to where you need to go next.
Good.
Fair.
The junior monk will want to talk to us.
Hello. This was not foretold.
Junior monk.
We're surprising.
Many things are not foretold, young monk. As someone who has seen 297 summers, I tell you, many things are not foretold.
It's just usually it's like too many things are foretold, and it's making sense of them is what's hard. It's unusual that nothing is foretold, or that the foretellings are told for poorly. But anyway, I've been instructed to take you to the domain of Valen Sarnaster.
Yes, please.
Right this way.
Thank you.
And the monk takes you out of the temple on like a little path around back of the big white ivory temple building, and there's kind of like a nice little garden back there, and he leads the way through the kind of gardens and all the foliage there to a shed.
A shed?
How big is this shed?
Is it a very small shed or big people?
It is a small. It would probably be challenging for more than one of you to really appreciate the shed at a time. From the inside. From the outside, you can all appreciate the shed, but from the inside, it seems like it would be.
Is it blue?
Shed.
I hope it's bigger on the inside.
It's almost certainly
Bigger on the inside.
Almost certainly. After you, junior monk.
Oh, thank you.
I want to say junior mint every time.
I know, same. Yep.
The junior monk takes out a key that Sheer entrusted him with and unlocks the shed. And inside the shed, most of the walls of the shed are kind of covered with little hooks with various gardening implements. But at the back of the shed, at first it looks like just a simple wooden wall. But it starts to kind of twist and turn into a portal.
Where does this portal lead, young man?
This leads into Valen's sanctum. She has kind of a little demi-plane that is her place for quiet reflection.
I've been around a long time, and I'm not going to play around with possibly getting trapped someplace, so I am going to try to sneakily, oh Lord. Okay, I was going to try and take the key, but
you knock over a bunch of rakes.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Accidents do happen. I'm just getting a little tired from the meatball subs.
Yeah. To be fair, the key seems to only be the
shed.
The shed. So
I don't want to be locked in the shed.
I'm sure we
I
can
guess
get
we
that.
go to the
I think we
portal.
can break out of the shit. It's
all right.
Yeah, Lone Walker has been in a lot of demiplanes lately, and isn't keen on it, but steps through.
I'm from a different plane anyway, so we might as well go.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
One by one, you step into the swirling circle that is the plane in the back of the shed. Your second teleportation of the start of the adventure.
I shouldn't have had that second meatball sub.
Yeah,
Regretting it now.
And you find yourself in some kind of, seems like possibly underground, or I mean, I guess that doesn't, it's not even underground, it's on another plane of existence. But you are in the center of a square room. The walls, floor, and ceiling are all made of kind of glowing crystal. And set in those crystals are kind of images of unblinking eyes. There's a crystal door in the room that swings open, and you see a yellow-robed monk of Savras looking at you all expectantly. The priest standing in the doorway says, "Greetings. I sense your arrival. My name is Alessia."
Hello, Alessia. Are you related to Alessia Cara?
No. My name is
Okay.
Alessia Basir.
Oh,
I don't know how
excellent.
names work where you're from.
I don't know either. I just wanted to, but how? So you sensed our arrival. How did you sense our arrival?
Well, this room is set so that anyone who arrives here I'll be aware of it. It's kind of part of my duties here as a priest of Savras and servant of Lord Sarnaster.
So basically, you have a doorbell. That's great.
Yes, but it's magic.
What type of magic?
Divination.
I think we should play this about that we're looking for the cousin.
Yeah.
Rather than
That's a good idea.
demanding that Valen show himself and all of that. I think we should inquire about the cousin of Bookworm.
Well,
Reed
Valen
Coral
is
can
a
try.
woman, by the way.
We'll see.
Just
Right.
so we remember, Valen Sarnaster is a lady.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was
Cousin.
confused when she said Lord Sarnaster. I was like, huh?
Well, sorry, maybe it was.
It's okay. Who knows? Could be could be gender changing. But okay, yeah, I agree. We should play it definitely that way. We're here to find a young dragonborn.
Oh, perhaps you are looking for Mayastan? Well, I'm not.
Yes.
Time works somewhat differently here than it does in the outer world. That's one of the conveniences of this demiplane. But for me, it was about a day ago that he arrived.
Oh, for us, it was 2 years ago.
Oh,
He's been
Curious.
missed terribly.
well, I'm sure he'll be relieved to find out that it's only been a day for him.
Well, will he?
I'm slightly confused, but that's
Not sure that his uncle is very concerned, or his dragonborn is very concerned.
Yes. His older
Well,
While,
I'd
while
Be
they're
happy
all
to point you in the right
sorry.
direction.
Okay.
Lone Walker, go for it.
While the group is all talking, Lone Walker is kind of standing in the back, muttering to himself, because it takes a second to summon his steed. And so the steed is with him, but Lunarith, for people who've tuned in before, Lunarith Lightstrider was a celestial elk. But because Lone Walker has leveled up, Lunarith now appears, sorry, Tony, last minute here, as a
Just like last time.
Pegasus. Yeah, just like last time. So now Lunarith is a Pegasus, but I need it doesn't have to actually be a Pegasus on the map, but
I'm working on it.
Lunarith, my friend, it is so good to see you.
Lone Walker looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, you know of my steed?"
Oh yes, I knew your steed when he was alive, and we've communed on the other planes.
That is fascinating. I will certainly have questions to ask you after we have completed our journey.
I look
have a good
forward to
Pegasus
our
reference.
conversation over a hot pot of tea.
I feel like it's getting really crowded in here. If we have,
Yeah, I don't. Is a Pegasus an indoor pet?
It is today.
We've got
Is it
a whole bunch of really tall people and a horse inside it.
A winged horse.
A winged horse. Those wings.
there it is.
There's the winged horse for you, Micro.
Thank you.
All right. Alessia is like, was that winged horse always here?
Lone Walker says, no, but it is now. It's the truth. That's the case.
Yep. Thank you. You never know when you might need a winged horse. It's just good to be prepared.
Yeah, it's very useful inside. I'll just point out you are in this demiplane that we'll just get it, for convenience sake, call the Tomb of Velen Sarnaster. It is all the walls, floors, ceilings are made of this weird crystal. And it's it's semi-translucent, but there's just nothing beyond them. So there's just like a void. They all kind of glow, so everywhere is kind of dimly lit. Ceilings are usually about 15 feet high. You can see that there is a long hallway beyond the door where
I'd like to do
Alessia is greeting you.
an arcana check on the walls, just
Yep.
to understand what they're made of.
Yep.
Do they look like the
Well,
crystal on the outside of the book?
They do.
I got a 10.
10. You think they're magic.
Cool. Ooh.
Which makes sense. You're in a demiplane, so it's like would maybe be concerning if they had they really cheaped out and went with mundane walls in this magical demiplane.
Yeah.
What would you like to do next?
I guess just say lead the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Alessia heads down the hallway, motioning for you to follow, and she talks as you walk and says, "Now this demiplane has been Master Valen has made her home here, and she and various other visitors are used the place for meditation and reflection and study. But I must warn you that this was a space used by various servants of Savros over the many generations. And, well, some areas of the demiplane are more dangerous than others. So please be careful."
Not a problem.
She leads the way down to a large kind of T intersection. And she points north. Actually, I guess she passes a passageway off to the south and just keeps going. And then the hallway leads. There's kind of a big T-shaped intersection. The very wide hallway leading north, and kind of normal, appropriate size hallway leading east. Door that went unremarked upon back to the west. And Alessia says, well, I'll leave you here. If you just keep going straight in this area, you will eventually meet Master Valen and presumably any guests. They are meeting in the Observatory of Fate. What horrors await our adventurers in the Observatory of Fate? Will they head straight there, or will they explore other side passages of the demiplane? And what will they learn of the fate of that poor lost librarian, Mayastan Sadar? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members